is better. Let's jump in. Welcome back to 1 Minute Wins. I am Dr. Dana Martin. This is the place where small, intentional actions lead to lasting growth. Today's episode number 28, Character Matters. Of course, as always, this is based on the book 1 Minute Wins, Volume 1, available on Amazon. This correlates with 1 Minute Win number 28. And the quote that we're looking at today, we'll be talking about character. Character matters. It's something that separates leaders from who inspire from those who simply manage people. John Hammond said, "Character is the real foundation of all worthwhile success." What? Character is the real foundation of all worthwhile success. Wow. Think about that. Real foundation, not wealth, not fame, not even connections. Character. If success is the building, character is the concrete foundation beneath it. You can decorate the walls, but without the solid base, eventually it'll all collapse. And we live in a culture that celebrates the quick wins, the titles, influence, numbers, likes. But character is about what you do when no one's watching. It's not measured by applause. It's measured by consistency, your willingness to do what's right, even when it costs you something. Leadership expert John Maxwell says it this way. He says, "Talent is a gift, but character is a choice." Talent is a gift, but character is a choice. And every day we make that choice. I remember early in her career, I was working with a young leader, and she discovered a mistake on a project, something no one else had noticed. She could have hidden it, and no one would have known. But instead, she called her manager, she owned it, and offered to fix it. Already have a solution in mind to fix. And that single act, wow, it didn't just correct the error, it built trust with her manager. Fast forward, small, consistent, intentional actions of character. And several months later, when the promotion came up, when the team was expanding, who do you think the first person on everybody's mind was to take that leadership position? Why? Because she was perfect? No. But because she was trustworthy. Because she had character. The character doesn't shout, but it shows. Harvard Business Review study found 78% of employees would rather work for a leader they trust than one who delivers high short-term results. What? I found that interesting. Like, people crave integrity more than performance. Why? Because character creates safety. And where there's trust, performance flows naturally. You can't motivate people who don't believe in you. But when they see your consistency, your fairness, your humility, and honesty, they're going to follow you anywhere. Dwight Eisenhower, he said, "The supreme quality for leadership is unquestionably integrity." He led nations and armies, and yet he understood something very simple. Character is what earns influence. You don't lead people with charisma, you lead them with credibility. And integrity is magnetic, and people are drawn to leaders that they can count on. I'll be transparent. Character has tested me too. In corporate leadership, there were moments I had to choose between protecting relationships and protecting truth. Those are not easy decisions. I'm going to pause for a moment because I bet someone listening knows and understands exactly what I'm talking about. I had to choose between protecting relationships and protecting the truth. But when you choose truth, even when it costs you comfort, you gain credibility that outlasts that single circumstance. The moment you trade character for convenience, you begin eroding the very trust that being a leader requires. All right, Dana, how many steps today to strengthen character? There are 4. Number 1, be honest with yourself first. Integrity begins in the mirror. Where are you cutting corners? Number 2, keep your promises, even small commitments, follow-up emails, deadlines, callbacks. They all shape how others see your word. Do the hard right over the easy wrong. Shortcuts may save you time, but they're going to cost you trust. Surround yourself, number 4, surround yourself with truth tellers. Accountability partners protect you from your blind spots. So what are those 4 ways? Number 1, be honest with yourself first. Number 2, keep your promises. Number 3, do the hard right over the easy wrong. And number 4, surround yourself with truth tellers. The best leaders are not perfect, but they are accountable. So where is your character being tested today? Think about that for a sec. Maybe it's how you speak about someone behind their back. Maybe it's a temptation to cut a corner or avoid a hard conversation. And remember, reputation is what people think of you. Character is who you are when they're not around. Make one choice today that reflects integrity, even if no one notices. Do the right thing because it's right, not because it's rewarded. That's leadership that lasts. Character doesn't just sustain success, it multiplies it. When people know your yes means yes and your no means no, that sort of clarity, they trust your direction, your feedback, and your vision. And success without character might get you some applause, but success with character earns you legacy. And in the end, it's not the size of your accomplishments, but the strength of your integrity that defines your leadership. You've been listening to 1 Minute Wins with Dr. Dana Martin. For more growth tools, visit dmilm.com or grab 1 Minute Wins. Take control of your growth journey 1 minute at a time on Amazon. And always remember, be the example.